And as a LeBron guy, again, and when you learn and read books like The Art of War, you understand you better know your enemy's approach to know your best approach. The Jordan approach is very simple, coming from Jordan's stance. LeBron hasn't won enough. So what does LeBron need to do to be seen eye to eye? You have to win in the postseason. He needs one more. One more finals and finals MVP, and LeBron will be seen eye to eye. As I see it, it's very simple. There is a pendulum. There is a seesaw, if you will. And right now, Jordan is still carrying the majority of the weight by about 5-10% because of those six finals MVPs, no game sevens. LeBron, statistically, regular season, has Jordan beat in literally every single category. Show me the rings if we got the full screen. Let's see it. But LeBron has Jordan beat in every statistical category, Marcellus. Points, LeBron has more of. Rebounds, LeBron has more of. Assists, LeBron has more of. So LeBron, during the regular season, a better player. But what do we talk about? We talk about chips when we talk about greatest. And right now, Jordan still has LeBron because he has more chips. If LeBron just gets 5, he doesn't need to get 6 to be seen eye to eye. 5 is eye to eye for me. 6, he surpasses Jordan because he surpassed him in the regular season. That's where I'm at.
I'm going to say to be seen eye to eye with Michael Jordan, you have to do more than just win. And the winning will certainly close the gap. But then their conversation, you can hear it. Look in the back of the barbershop. They talking about, he ain't clutch. He ain't clutch. Like, am I right? Am I right? And then what did he do? He gave him more ammunition, even in the finals when he passed the ball out. And then you saw Danny Green, who still looks like he needs to stretch and warm up even in the fourth quarter. Like, his legs don't straighten all the way out.
The way Danny Green be running be killing me.
Like, warm up, dude. All right. So Danny Green, and then what did they immediately turn to? See, LeBron
Jordan wouldn't have passed.
Jordan would have passed. Perfect basketball play. Who cares? Make the shot. And Jordan would have taken that shot, and they want LeBron to take it. So that's 2, how you have to be seen eye to eye. So on the court, in summation, LeBron needs to win more, show that he's clutch for those people out there who are still pausing at that. But also remind them that my Laker years are Jordan's Wizard years. And how did the Jordan Wizard years go so far compared to the Lakers' years with LeBron? LeBron can win that edge right there because no one counted Jordan Wizard years when he had no competition as the GOAT. But you know, in any competition, what do we have to do? Start splitting hairs. Jordan, I know you got a pass for those. That was when there was no other GOAT in the conversation. Now we got GOATs. We bringing them Wizard years back up. Off the court, if you're LeBron James, you have to continue to do the right things in terms of messaging. He's doing a lot with social justice and education, has his own school, etc. But you got to make sure you make the careful, calculated steps and not missteps. There is a population out there that doesn't like LeBron James in that respect. Like, they like Michael Jordan. All he focused in on was playing basketball. And all we knew him for was playing basketball, golfing, gambling, and partying. Okay, that works, you know. And it's weird that LeBron can sometimes find himself in harm's way in terms of criticism on off the court. Last one is LeBron. You got to get your cultural relevance up, not your popularity. It's different.
What you mean? Talk to me on that. Expound.
Jordan somehow, some way, maybe with just Nike, as simple as that, maybe because he was first, he got cats out there feeling like they better once they put his shoes on still. Like, it's crazy. I like LeBron's shoes. I love Kobe's the best. But then I put on LeBron's, they feel good, they look great. And then I walk around and cats are like, oh, those are LeBron's. But I put on some J's, people will stop me. Yo, you got the 22s on. Oh, no, those are 11s. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's that impact to have people give you that reaction.
Let me ask you this, bro, because we have to go there real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if that's possible nowadays because of how saturated the market is.
I give you
Remember, back in the late 80s, even when you're talking about artists, when you're talking about the Michael Jacksons of the world, saturation was not as relevant. It was not as prevalent. You can't go on Instagram and see what everybody is doing all the time. So if you saw Michael Jordan, if you saw Michael Jackson, it's like, oh, my God, that's them. Right now, it's like, oh, yeah, LeBron is Taco Tuesday. He hit the wife of he hit the crib of Savannah eating them tacos. I don't know if LeBron can match the cultural relevancy. So I think all he can do really is match the statistical relevancy.
I agree with that, but let me push back and tell you this. Everyone says that, and more instances support that than not. But there are a few. Here's one in my household. Every time my wife works out, she loves to spin. I'll have her Nike on, Nike, spin. And then one day, she was like, you know, I want some Lululemon. I was like, Lululemon? Why you want Lululemon? You're always Nike'd out. And Lululemon, in the workout fitness world made their mark. LeBron got to find a way to make his mark, even though Big Nike is there and they're never going away. You got to make your mark. And I don't see LeBron making this cultural relevance mark the same way Jordan did. Make some better sweatsuits or something. Come on, LeBron. We got to bring in Fox NBA analyst Chris Broussard.
CB.
So, Chris, what does LeBron need to do to be seen eye to eye with Michael Jordan?
Well, Acho, before I go at you, let me soften you up. I like the outfit. Very sharp today. Very sharp today. The way you just so nonchalantly, matter-of-factly said, LeBron's been better in the regular season.
Yeah,
what?
Statistically.
I mean, you just put up total stats. Put up averages, all right? You can't put up total points. LeBron's played, what, 4 or 5 more years than Jordan did?
Whose fault
Give
is
me
that,
the
CB?
per game.
Whose fault is that?
He don't have Jordan beat in the stats like that. He got rebounds.
Twice.
He got assists. He don't have steals. He don't have points. So come on. But anyway, let me get to it. Here's the answer. LeBron has to win the next 2. LeBron has to win the next 2 championships.
Win 2 more.
Giving him a 3-peat. Yes. No, the next 2.
Wow.
Because here's the deal. Hold on.
Go ahead, CB.
Let me explain.
Go ahead,
please. Let me explain. And this is not to be the kinder, gentler eye to eye. This is kind of to surpass him in most people's eyes.
Okay.
Here's why I say the next 2, which is hard to do. We talk about Jordan's 6 rings like, yeah, he won 6. But hold on. He did more than win 6. Do you know how hard it is to do a 3-peat? Here's how hard. In the last 54 years, there have only been 3 of them. And Jordan's got 2 of them. And the other one, it took 2 top 10 players of all time to link up, Shaq and Kobe, to get the other one. LeBron, even with Wade and Bosh, didn't get a 3-peat. Tim Duncan never even repeated, let alone 3-peat. It's that the Showtime Lakers didn't 3-peat. The Bird Celtics didn't repeat. Like, it is hard. He won 6 and 2 3-peats. So LeBron has to 3-peat. Here's the second thing.
What else?
And I'll let you go. I see y'all.
I
see y'all tripping.
Sweat.
All right? Here's the other one, Acho, because I got my man Marcellus on my side.
Hell yeah.
Other thing, Acho, has LeBron, let's keep it real.
Keep it real.
Are any of LeBron's teams, are any of them like the all-time great teams? You know, the Showtime Lakers, the 83 Sixers, the 72 Lakers, obviously the Jordan Bulls. I would say no. I don't think the Miami teams were all-time great. They were good, but they won 2. We know they should have won at least another one. And LeBron and Wade were so great individually that they won, but were they a great fit? Not really. So, and obviously the Cleveland team wasn't all-time great. We got the Golden State teams too. He has to have an all-time great team. How can you be the GOAT when we can't point to one of your teams and say, that's one of the best ever, maybe the best ever? So if him and AD can win 3 in a row, they definitely are an all-time great team. That's what it would take.
Broussard, here is what I hate about takes like your own. I'm not going to say I hate your take. I'm not going to personalize it all the way.
That's better than yours.
I'm going to say, here's what I hate about takes like your own. You cherry pick stats. We've only ever seen 3 3-peats in modern NBA history. Have we ever seen a guy in modern NBA history go to 9 out of 10 NBA finals? No, let's just turn the blind eye to that. Let's cherry pick stats. I watch another network in which they cherry pick stats, and they pick their criteria in which they classify Jordan as the greatest. Well, he was a 9 or 10-time NBA scoring champion in the regular season. Well, why don't we talk about assist champion? Because that wouldn't help Michael Jordan's argument. You cherry pick a stat for your argument, Broussard, and that is my problem with people like you who make these arguments based off cherry picking. So you want to give me a classification saying this: well, he didn't play on one of the all-time greatest teams, therefore he can't be one of the all-time greatest players. I would argue Tom Brady hasn't played on one of the all-time greatest teams. No, I mean, you said that LeBron doesn't have one of the all-time greatest teams.
I didn't say he's the GOAT. Yeah, but he's clearly an all-time great.
Yes, but
I said he wasn't the GOAT.
The nucleus of that statement is LeBron's not the GOAT because he doesn't have one of the all-time greatest teams. I would again push back and say Tom Brady does not have one of the all-time greatest teams. Even if you want to go 07, they didn't win the Super Bowl. You think about 85 Bears. You think of the Dolphins. So you can't cherry pick a stat that services your argument, Cruz Broussard, just to make an argument, blind the eyes of the masses, feed them what you are feeding them, and expect them to digest it.
My co-host, what's up, Chris?
But Acho, Brady has more Super Bowls than anybody else.
Oh.
That's the difference. LeBron doesn't.
That's fair.
Another thing is this, Acho, and this is one reason I say he's got to get 2. It's not to equal Jordan with 6. It is to be at least 500 in the finals.
Okay.
That would mean a lot to people.
Fair.
He would equal Jordan with 6, and then getting to 12 becomes, my gosh, he won as much as Jordan and got there twice as much. You got to give him the nod.
Yes. But now, see, I've never heard that quality of a take. That is a good take. If somebody's, and that's what I've told Marcellus, though. If he can go 6 for 12, now it's like, bruh, he won 6 and got there twice as much. If our biggest knock on LeBron James is that he went to too many finals, then what the heck kind of foolish logic do we function with as a society that critiques sports?
Yeah, well, look, that was some hell of a fighting right there, but the referee stayed out of it. I have to give the nod to Chris Broussard. Yeah, you got him that time. LeBron's already the GOAT in my mind, but I'm not going to waste y'all time and argue this right now because I know there's an argument out there to make. Here's the thing that's going to really help LeBron James. One is a minor one and one is a major one. Let's start with the major one. He just won a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. That is a different megaphone than winning one with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat. Let's just be real about this. The elevation of this championship and maybe more championships will help him in this conversation because Michael Jordan, as great as he is and great as he was, only had one franchise really megaphoning his greatness. And it led to all of this. But boy, if LeBron James can walk into Lakerville, when people were saying, how can LeBron James even be an all-time Laker last year? And now, if he wins more championships going forward, the Laker faithful, which is the grandest fan base out there, would sing his praises to close this conversation. The last one is a minor point. I don't know if people really care about competition, and I know Michael Jordan's amazing, and that level of play was more difficult in some respects. But LeBron ain't being guarded by Craig Elo and them dudes, man. LeBron, the perimeter defense, the perimeter players, the level of players that LeBron has to go against is a little different, Chris Broussard, even you have to respect that, than what Michael Jordan had to go through. This ain't no Byron Russell out there, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan got hand-checked. And then when Michael Jordan got to the paint, he got hammered. That ain't a player.
And when he had to finish at the rim, he had to finish over the best era of 7-footers ever. Ewing, Shaq, Olajuwon, Robinson, Mourning. When LeBron gets to the paint, first of all, they can't hand check you. Secondly, when you get into the paint, there's nobody there. Come on. I can't go with you on that one,
Here's
Marcellus.
the other thing, though, CB, we very quickly must consider and must take into consideration. Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, they won their chips. Phil Jackson no longer had Michael Jordan. He won some more chips. LeBron James, wherever he goes, he takes chips with him. The chips follow LeBron James. At least the finals appearances follow LeBron James. What does he have to do to be seen eye to eye? Time will tell.